Alright, YouTube, we are back and we're going to look a little bit more into the first gold sovereign, the first piece from our new gold project to fill up this tube with 20 coins. They've all got to have the 22 millimeter airtight capsule. I'll just open this up. Mainly we're going to be filling it with sovereigns. We will eventually have a full tube of sovereigns, as we explained in the last video, but until then we're going to have a bit of a mix. But the first one here, only briefly shown in the previous video, is this Queen Victoria sovereign right here. From 1899. So there she is, longest serving queen that they ever had. So she is pretty famous, Queen Victoria right there. So when you look at the sovereign, this one is from 1899. You'll see St. George slaying the dragon, which is generally the same image that they use on all their sovereigns, although it does change a little bit. And there's shields and all types of sovereigns. I'd love to get me a shield. They're usually worth a little bit more, and collectors like them. These sovereigns, they've been made for hundreds and hundreds of years, and up until now I've had modern bullion from the Perth Mint in Australia, and that stuff is great, and we're going to keep getting that. But I've been seduced by the old gold. For hundreds of years they've been making sovereigns, and they're pretty big in the coin world because the British Empire was pretty big in the coin world. I mean, the British Empire, practically half the world was part of the British Empire, biggest empire we ever had, whatever you guys think of that. And they actually made these sovereigns in all different parts of the British Empire. So a lot of them, most of them probably come from England, from Britain. But we've got sovereigns that are made in Australia, in the Perth Mint, Sydney Mint, Melbourne Mint, sovereigns from Canada, sovereigns from India, New Zealand nowadays, lots of different areas. I'm probably leaving some out, Canada as well, that are all part of the British Empire, still part of the British Empire, some of those places today. And when you're collecting this old, beautiful gold, you've got history in your hands. Who knows where this coin has been since 1899? Who's held it? What did it pay for? Which is pretty cool. And you can always look back in history. So 1899, Queen Victoria, and looking at today's current beer flu and how is this relevant to us. There was a famous Ukrainian Jewish guy back in Queen Victoria's time, and his name was Vladimir Haffkine. Or Haffkine, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, and the guy was a genius. And he's credited with solving both the Bubonic Plague, not easy to say, Bubonic Plague and cholera. And he was spending 5 years in India doing his work there. And he did come back to London in 1899. 2 years earlier, Queen Victoria, who was a long reigning queen, like I said, she had her Diamond Jubilee, and she knighted and gave awards out to a whole lot of different people, and he got knighted 2 years earlier than this in 1897, but he came back to London in this year in 1899, and he was praised for his work because he not only did he solve the bubonic plague and cholera, but he inoculated himself to test himself on it, which is pretty cool, and it obviously worked out, and he's credited as saving humanity, which is what they say, which is a pretty cool thing to say about that guy, Vladimir Haffkine, if you don't know about him. But he came back to London in 1899, continued his work, saved thousands and a lot of people, and Queen Victoria is obviously helping his fame and helping the word get out for his methods and his for inoculations, having knighted him just 2 years earlier, and him returning in 1899. So there's the little bit of history there, just a little snippet. I'm not going to go through all the history of Queen Victoria. There's documentaries about her letters and her long reign, so a lot happened and too much. But there's the sovereign. It's almost a quarter of an ounce, like I said, 0.2354 of an ounce. So you've got to calculate it. I mean, you guys have seen a lot of 1/10 ounce size coins from me. You have seen a 1 ounce and a ½ ounce and a couple of quarters, but this is a great size for stacking, and I'm more than happy to start filling up this tube. So this 1899 Queen Victoria Sovereign is the beginning of that. So I'll see you guys again soon. I did want to do one quick little shout out. There's a guy who's been commenting on my videos, very supportive, and I see him on other videos as well. Stamus Gomez, and he's got a couple of sovereigns as well. He's got a Queen Victoria, same as this, and he's got an Edward, King Edward, a different sovereign. And I told him, you know, you should make some videos. Show us these sovereigns. We want to see it. And he made his first ever video. He did it, showing his Queen Victoria and his King Edward. So I don't even have a King Edward here to show you. So I'm going to put a link to him in the description. Help him out. It was his first ever video, just a short one, showing two beautiful sovereigns. And you've seen mine today, and I'll show you what comes for the gold challenge and for this tube next. And Golden Gun will be back with you. Gold, baby, gold.